Is anyone's bracket intact? Does anyone have a good bracket at this point? Who could have predicted any of these matches going these ways? But we have a match over here with Harry Hong,
and
the mayor of Max Out City.
And Matt Martin, the winner of the Southern Qualifier,
Indeed.
which I was at that thing,
What
and it
are
was
the
crazy.
odds? I believe you guys know who Harry is. He was your 2014 World Champion.
All right, we're going to start over here in 3, 2,
1,
Tetris!
See, stacking up a couple long bars to the left there for Matt. Both able to get some Tetrises. In the past, Harry said that he has the earbuds in. They don't actually play any music, they just kind of help dampen the crowd noise.
Yeah, so be quiet, crowd. Okay, so people can play Tetris, all right?
Harry with an early lead.
So Matt. Yeah. You're so handsome.
Undeniably.
Simul Tetris for these players.
Of course, Harry pushing down, of course, the king of the push down here, just goes at like max intensity, max aggression. And locked in already. Already has just under a 3 Tetris lead over Matt here. But of course, has gone through more pieces.
The pressing down speeds up the game a bit, does give you some extra points, and in these really close matches, it could be the difference.
Mostly, though, the pushing down seems to be more of a sort of a timing or a focus kind of thing, where you're playing completely on instinct instead of giving too much time to think.
Right. Not a ton of time for last-second adjustments when you're pressing down. You kind of just have a plan, go with the plan.
Yeah.
Back and forth Tetrises here. Harry maintaining a 60,000-point lead. Last year we saw Harry for the first time ever in tournament history not press down. He had a few adjustments in his games last year that could have been due to, as you were talking about, the timing. If you're so used to pressing down and then you stop, the lock-in time for the piece feels a little different, can lead to some early adjustments that you're not prepared for.
Yeah, you wonder if that gives up too much of an advantage, the pushing down in terms of letting your opponent sort of get a sense of like what's coming.
Harry is such a good, consistent, aggressive player, though. You have to wonder if it's really an advantage for his opponent. It could be.
It could be. But it's also hard to, like, do you know your person next to you is in a drought? I mean, it's not like you're...
If you're not pressing down and Harry is, he very quickly gets so ahead of you, even if you're paying attention, which is really hard to watch 2 games at once. Yeah. It might really not be a benefit. You know there's a drought coming? Well, yeah, it's Tetris. Yeah. There's a drought coming.
And then also, and of course, if the game goes deep, though, you're in the position of having to chase down if it's already done. So that can be, sort of a mixed bag, whether that's an advantage or not.
Absolutely. So Harry briefly had a 6-digit lead there. Matt was able to cut into it a little bit, and Harry gets it back. Up 100,000 points.
25 piece drought is 100 blocks, that's half the board, half the program.
So Harry maintaining.
Really built out that lead to over 100,000 points here. But again, it's so hard to sort of judge the lead when you're, playing 16 lines ahead.
Right. That could be, if those are all Tetrises for Matt, that could be that difference. Although Matt's up pretty high, he gets the long bar. You see the sigh of relief.
Already set up for another one. That's the one benefit of playing up high is like if you get a couple
ready.
long bars, here's another one.
And another one.
there away we go at the bottom. Game
And another
three.
Tetris for Matt.
We're in for a long day of matches.
And another Tetris for Harry. We are flying towards the transition now, about 20 points away for Harry.
Their game this year. This is what a field we are experiencing here in 2019. Paul Tessie put in the work, and he's deservedly in this position. As we go
Boom,
to our
Tetris
third
for Matt.
defensive game now,
Harry's got a hole in his stack, so even if he puts a bar over there, it's not a Tetris. Of course, quite a lead for him. Let's see if he tries to get down there before the transition. Oh, and another hole close to the top. That square helps him out quite a bit.
Boom Tetris for Matt here. So 4-12 and approaching transition are both players, but Harry's 6 lines away. Would love to clear out this left side before transitioning, because that can be awkward. It's like no problem for Harry in clearing this down.
Yeah. At this speed, he likes playing at the bottom. He's going to go down, dig it out.
All right, another Tetris for Matt here. So cutting the lead.
Oh no, an early shift for Harry, and it leads to a couple more misdrops right after that. Just trying to get the right pieces here to dig this out. But
This is going to be a tough left side for Harry.
no.
Oh no, this is going to lead to a
This
top
is-
out.
Got it, Matt.
this is a top out for Harry. Matt
Okay.
chasing down 31,000 points.
All right. So Matt's going to need just a little more than a Tetris. There's the Tetris. Needs another couple of points here. Oh no, and Matt! Oh
and
no!
Matt can't quite
Oh no! Harry survives. Just 2 lines would have done it there for
Oh
Matt.
my goodness. You see the relief
2 or
on
3
Harry's
lines.
face.
Wow.
He thought it was over.
Wow. Just about 3 lines would have done it here for Matt, but just not able to pull the trigger on it. Wow. By
You see the deep breaths again.
Yeah, by the skin of his teeth, Harry survives that one. You know, it's kind of like when a player like Harry hands you a game like that in a way. It's kind of tough to not take advantage of it.
It's in your head. He might have been
Yep.
trying to do the math, and it's like within your reach,
Yeah.
but your hands are shaking.
Yeah,
You know?
and he's going to have to put that behind him and focus.
That's dangerous.
Oh my god. Everyone's watching. Our competitors are standing up and watching.
2 more lines. 2 more lines will do it for Mega Retro Man. Can he do it?
More than that. Oh my God! Oh no!
Dorian trying to start game 2. And Mikhail, 2, 1, Tetris! Game 2 is on the side stage. Harry scraped by with a victory in Game 1. Matt had a chance to get it, just couldn't quite get the last 2,000 points.
About a double would have done it for Matt in that previous game. He's going to have to put that behind him, and including just the chaos that sort of has gone on in this room. Is going to have to put that just behind you and focus on the Tetris. It's when you start focusing on it, though, you get in a zone pretty darn quick.
Right. So Harry, a couple quick Tetrises here. Same for Matt. Only 4,000 points between these two players right now. And Harry building up, ready for it. Matt, you see, not quite prepared. He needs a nice skim piece there. He's set, and now we run into a drought.
Of course.
Of course.
The drought. I feel like Eeyore voice.
Simul Tetris.
I feel like the Eeyore voice is about the right voice for
a
a
drought again.
Oh, bother.
And a boom Tetris for Matt.
All right, keeping it within one Tetris. And Matt set up here for a Tetris.
So you see Harry up 10 burned lines on Matt. That's the press down. Kind of difference there. And another Tetris for Matt. Harry's still maintaining, though, that 40,000 point lead right now. Just really nice, clean building from both players.
And you can see how much faster you go through pieces. I mean, think about it. A line is 2.5 pieces here.
Right.
So if you're 10 burn lines, that's about 25 pieces already just this early.
That's a press down. It's a fast player. He loves pressing down. And you can see he's gone back to his comfort zone.
That's it.
Boom Tetris for Harry. And another Tetris for Harry. Opens up a 70,000 point lead.
But
Matt's ready for it. And
Yeah.
boom Tetris for Matt.
both players playing really clean, though. A little last second decision from Harry on that.
Another
placement.
Tetris for Harry. Another Tetris for Matt. Really great Tetris rates from both players. Matt at 72%, Harry at 80% right now.
Yeah, and Harry's halfway to transition. If he keeps his pace up, he'll have a 600K transition.
It's a strong transition. One of the best we'll have seen so far in this tournament.
Blistering. Yeah, let's hear it for Keith, all right? Yeah.
So Harry now with a 50,000 point lead. Again, about 10 burned lines ahead of Matt. The pressing down will move you along. Matt takes a nice safety double into a Tetris.
Harry getting the piece to fill in that little the LJ dependency into a Tetris. So just about 2 Tetris lead here for Harry.
Harry, yeah, up with like a 70,000 point lead right now. And another Tetris for Harry. And another Tetris for Harry.
And
This
one-
feels like a high-line game right now.
No doubt. But yeah, Matt is going to have to contend with that left side canyon. Going to need a jaggedy piece there, and gets a jaggedy piece. Oh, that's a
A
great.
jaggedy, yes.
Yeah, and yeah, that's. I mean, but that's great though. You could tell that he saw the long bar coming, and instead of filling that in, kept the line dependency on the left, filled it in. Really great play for Matt there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not always.
Approaching,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, approaching the 100-line mark for Harry. 460 is nice pace at this point in the game.
Yeah, it's not always these like daredevil moves you see high in the play field that's
Right.
going to determine. It's a lot of these little micro adjustments that players make based on the next piece and accommodating other pieces.
Just all the experience of knowing which board states are could turn against you.
I mean, this has to be quite an experience for Matt, like a newcomer, and then really just in the second round that he's playing, having to play a world champion.
Yes.
So.
And Harry now up 100,000 points. And Matt dealing with a little bit of traffic there.
Yeah, I couldn't accommodate that. Let me hold it. Let's see, that's a Z. Okay, good. I still have to draw it in the air.
And Harry just knocking him down. Still at a 76% Tetris rate.
Maybe I need to make flashcards, or SZ, SZ. I just call it by its right name.
Just such efficient setups from Harry. And boom, Tetris for Harry. 170,000 point lead right now.
Harry's
Possibly the largest lead we've seen in the tournament thus far.
And Harry does indeed transition at 600.
It's a great transition score. He's well on max out pace.
But, Matt, he's got 13 available lines. That could be 3 Tetrises, which would be another 60,000, which would be over a 500K transition if he can do it. Which is not a bad tournament pace either. It's just he's running into Harry.
Yes. And Harry is running full steam.
Yeah. Harry's locked in.
Boom, Tetris for Harry. Gonna take it down and try to level out his stack a little bit, make it a little more accommodating for all these pieces.
So a couple of Tetrises into transition for Matt with a nice, low, clean board. So we'll see what he's able to do on 19 here with a lot of time against Harry here.
All right, so Harry in a little pickle, but he should be able to get out of this.
His board color also is kind of pickle color too. So.
All right, so Matt trying to dig out this center dependency, keeps getting the wrong L to put in there. Opens it up, and boom, Tetris for Matt. Harry's been digging for a little while now, and Matt able to cut into that lead.
Oh, that's going to be a tricky dependency on the left. He's going to need he's got sort of double long bar dependent. Starts to chop it down with other pieces. And that left side could be problematic for Harry.
Absolutely. Oh, and the misdrops from Harry.
Oh, no.
He's
and Harry is going
enough.
to top out at 664.
So Matt in another chase down score situation.
And this is where the pressing down can be an advantage. You get in your opponent's head if you top out before he does.
So Matt was playing pretty clean. Let's see if he can get these lines.
He's got a lot of time. He's going to need, 3 Tetrises worth of points. I don't think he can totally line it out, but he could double and triple his way there.
Right.
Occasional
He can
Tetris.
take his time, play a little safe. Ooh,
there's a Tetris
gets
for
one.
Matt.
He can opt for Tetris setups he feels comfortable with. He doesn't have to play super risky.
Yeah, take the ones the game gives you.
Right. 25,000 points. Pretty much just needs a Tetris here.
Yep, less than a Tetris now. Good little adjustment there to make room for that jaggedy piece.
What a dig. What a dig.
The audience loves to say they got it when they don't yet got it.
Yes. They believe that he can get it.
Yeah.
Is what
a
that
little
means.
freezing from the audience.
He's chasing it down.
All right, just needs a long bar, and he will take this one. He's going to burn it.
He's got to burn. And he
gets the
takes
line.
We are going to game 3 with Harry. It's 1-1. Now we're going to game 3. A dominant pace from Harry, and then he just got into a bad build on 19, topped out.
And Matt had plenty of time to chase him down. The winner of the Southern qualifier.
What a game for the side screen.
All right, we're going to start round 3 here. In 3,
2, 1, Tetris!
All right, players are off and running in this, the decider. Whoever wins this game will stay in the tournament.
And, quite a situation here where, we have had one of our world champions, already, eliminated from the tournament. And we have another one who's sort of in a decider here in a round of 32 match.
Round 1.
It
shows the amazing level of all of these up-and-coming players.
Yeah. And in the past, there were a few just standouts that were so much better than everybody else. But, all these strategies have sort of, been surfaced by some of the top players, and other players are adopting them, learning the tricks, doing their own thing.
I mean, players like Harry, players like Jonas, they grew up playing this by themselves. It's a very solitary game. This is before internet streaming, where you could just go watch all the top players. They had to come up with all these strategies themselves. And then all these new players come along and just get to see, oh, that works. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how that works.
And
Oh, you do that against the wall. Okay.
Well, 3-minute YouTube video, I'm as good as a world champion.
Yes.
So.
So yeah, the learning pace is really accelerated.
So Harry up by, well, not anymore because Matt Tetris, so we are neck and neck here in the early goings. Next.
Yeah, less than a Tetris difference between these two players right now. And Matt opts. Did he opt, or was that an early shift?
Yeah, it's hard to know. I think he was trying to shift that because he was going to go in there and then maybe
Oh, and the
charge dash off
dirty
that.
Tetris
There
for
it
Matt.
is. Yeah, that is a grimy Tetris.
Yes. He's up pretty high. It's not over. He has plenty of ways out of this. And he's opened it up. Kind of has to immediately reblock it.
Yeah, but getting the pieces to open it back up. Let's see what he contends with. Can't build up too much higher on the right, though, or he's going to be in trouble. That C piece
Trying
is
to
nice.
avoid a line dependency on the left. And it just... Oh, he
it
gets
opens it up on the
long
right side and boom,
just in
Tetris for
time.
Matt there. So within 40,000 points, Harry has a 40,000 point lead. And Matt's going to have to chop this back all the way down to the bottom. Or is he going to build for Tetris? No, he's going to chop it down with a
I
triple.
don't think he enjoyed that
being
last,
up that high. Yeah.
that last sequence up
Yeah,
top.
when you get that dirty, you really want to be clean again. But yeah, Harry up by about 2.5 Tetrises. Harry having to chop his own stack down as well. But Matt is set up.
He's knocking it down.
And
Boom, Tetris for Matt.
I like it when we do that at the same time.
And another one for Matt. Really cutting down Harry's lead.
Yeah, within a Tetris now of Harry, but Harry's going to fire back with a Tetris.
Go Retro!
Saw a little almost non-adjustment from Matt there when he saw what the next piece was. About to move the...
Yeah, sometimes it's about what you don't do.
Right.
And there's another Tetris for Matt, and he is in a virtual dead heat, or as we say in Tetris, neck and neck.
Neck and neck.
People cheering for people who aren't playing. Do you want to get a Thor chant started too while you're at it?
A 2,000 point difference between these two players right now.
And Harry up only by about 5 lines. I think it's because Matt was playing so high earlier.
Really eliminating that drop time. Harry with a nice Tetris. And Matt with a square spire.
What was that?
The square spire? Tower? Square tower.
No, I think it's Squire Spire, which I love that. It's called a Squire.
So this drought, not too kind to Matt's stack, but he's okay. You see Harry up pretty high. He's probably already gotten through that drought.
And Harry with a Tetris. So passing the century mark in lines. Matt
And
approaching it.
Still basically just one Tetris between these two players.
And another Tetris for Harry. Matt set up for one, and here it comes. Boom, Tetris for Matt.
I'm not sure if that was a misdrop from Harry, but he's able to tuck something in there.
And another Tetris for Matt to stay within one Tetris.
Boom, Tetris for Harry.
And Matt is set up again, an immediate long bar again
Nice.
to keep pace.
Still a one Tetris difference. Both players, you see Harry with a 56% Tetris rate, Matt with a 57%. Harry, though, up 10 burned lines.
Another Tetris for Harry, back up to a 2 Tetris lead.
Oh, and Matt can't quite get the square all the way over, but he can tuck that square, and it's just fine.
Yeah, and he can drop that long bar for a Tetris. See,
The best move.
The ultimate clear down, the Tetris. All right,
And
so
boom Tetris for Matt.
Harry transitions around 490-ish, so, and Matt could actually eclipse his transition pace right here.
Harry up pretty high, droughted, but he gets the long bar. And another Tetris for Harry. Matt still hasn't transitioned. That's that press down difference.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right,
And
but clear
Matt
down into an
with a
immediate
little
Tetris
safety
for Matt.
triple.
Yeah. Exactly. He's holding on a little too long for that long bar for comfort
Yeah.
for 19 transition.
He knew the
so-
transition was coming. He wanted to stay alive.
Oh, that's going to be a tricky on the right side. And he gets the bass and gets it over. So Matt within a Tetris and a half. And another Tetris
Great
here for
Tetris
Matt,
for Matt.
to keep pace.
So Harry, a couple levels up on Matt. He transitioned first, and then of course the increased drop speeds.
Yeah, so Matt really here with the higher pace.
Yeah. It looks like he's behind, but realistically, he's right there. He has more lines left before the kill screen. Great adjustment from Matt.
Opts to burn all this down. Oh, he creates a line dependency in a Tetris. Well, is he going to get the long bar? This could be risky,
He
but he
gets
the
a
long
bar.
Wow.
And he takes the lead.
Yeah, he's got the actual lead, but behind by 15 lines. So this is a real, I mean, even now, it's a higher pace right now from Matt. Oh, no, and Harry's got
with a
power in the
brutal-
middle of his stack. This is going
He's
to
trying
be
to try
really
to
tough.
work around it and fill it in. A series of tugs. Harry trying to dig it out.
Yeah, I mean, this is diggable, but it's tough. It's going to take a lot of concentration here, and you got to get the right pieces.
And he's up so high. Matt, though,
Matt, oh no.
also
Matt.
distracted by what's going on.
Yeah, Matt's going to have to get a
He
long
nuts
bar
one
over.
over.
He gets a long bar over
He
in Tetris.
takes the
He
lead.
takes the actual lead. And
takes
Matt
the
is
lead.
going
Harry
to knock
knocks
out
out.
Harry Hall.
And Harry Hong is
my
out of the
God.
tournament.
Wow. And even Matt can't believe it.
Matt takes
Wow.
game 3, knocking out 2014 champion Harry Hong.
And give that man his heart.
2 of the 3 former champions knocked out in round 1. My jaw is on the ground. Oh, God. Everyone standing, applauding Harry and Matt. What a match.
Josh, and we're going to be starting.
Has been the year of the upsettress. You heard of the perfectress?
Jake appears to be setting some music up.
3,
2,
1.
Tetris!
All right, this is it. Our last match of round
Round 1. They've started round 2 on the main stage, but we are finishing up round 1 over here.
Just some housekeeping to do.
Yeah, tidying up, putting everything where it belongs, and finding your last round 2 member. All right, so no one really. There we go. First Tetris
For Jake.
for Jake. Josh has a bit of traffic there in the center. He's trying to get back to as well.
This lead changes, though. We can't call everything.
And another Tetris for Jake here, but Joshua gets one here.
This
So.
crowd is incredible, by the way. Standing room only, all the way down to the wall. That's awesome.
Another Tetris for Jake
I'd
here.
love
So.
to see it. A round of applause for standing.
So Jake, thanks to those early Tetrises, while Josh was still kind of digging out his stack, takes the lead, 40,000 points up.
Synchronized Tetris. They were playing
But Josh is in great shape now and knocks down a Tetris of his own. A little early shift there for Jake.
Yeah, knowing Jake, that probably was an early shift because he does play aggressively, and that dependency on the left side wouldn't bother him one bit.
Right.
Yeah, he's a Tetris shark. Constant motion. Constant aggression.
Jake having to do a little bit of cleanup here before he goes back into Tetris mode. Oh, there's another early shift for Jake.
You see the kind of head tilt, head shake.
Shark in the Tetris.
Number 1 sign that the piece did not do what he wanted it to do.
Head shake, counter, incremented.
All right, so he's been pushed up here, and Josh has got a nice clean stack.
Approaching 100 lines each on equation.
Well, he did.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Yeah, so Josh is back to even with I'm sorry, 2 J's I'm getting. Getting Jade out here.
Yikes, this drought.
Side stage. Are you kidding me? The bottom they
Just
did
like-
3 simul Tetrises. By the way, Josh is playing in Tetris cosplay, so you gotta give him extra points for that. Actual game points, but like 11 credit points.
It just.
There.
I haven't seen a ton of mistakes from these players. It's just a tough piece sequence so far. No one's able to keep their stack clean.
Blame himself. It's always good to have an internal look at the
And another Tetris for Josh here to take the lead. So the exact same line count. Jake open on the left side, so always risky business. harder to get a piece over to the left than it is to the right, so you're always taking your fate in your hands when you build a dirty Tetris ball on the left.
And another drought now.
And a Tetris on the left side for Jake. Let's see if he transfers the well. Yeah, looks like he's going to try to transfer this and get everything back to normal. You don't want to live over on the left.
You don't.
No.
Some people can do it.
Oh, another Tetris for Jake here while down stacking.
He's shaking his head, but I mean, that's the best way to clean up your stack is with a Tetris.
Yep.
Maybe he knew it was a lucky piece to get at that moment.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It was a thanks head shake.
Jake being a little sneaky, peeky boy.
He does have the headphones on. Our commentary is not being broadcasted over the speakers, so he's going to have to screen look to see what he's chasing down, which right now is a 36,000 point difference.
And Jake with another Tetris here, so he's back within half a Tetris, and he's set up again. Joshua kind of fighting here, waiting for a long bar, and gets it.
There's a definite strategy with screen looking. You want to wait until there's a line clear, taking a little bit of time, and hopefully having a plan for the piece after the Tetris too. So you're kind of putting that in motion while you glance over at your opponent's screen.
That sounds like a rundown of all the things I'm not doing when I play.
Take notes, everyone.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so Jake opting to go for the create the dependency, and then does clear it up with a long bar. But I wonder if he had kind of mixed motivations there. Sometimes you don't know exactly what you're trying to achieve, depending on your board state.
When you're getting just.
All right, and Josh here able to build out a lead here of 70,000 points, so a little over 3 Tetris.
Pulling ahead a bit.
He's throwing pieces around. Joseph's in trouble. Oh, this place there by Quaid. That might be it for Quaid's.
Oh, nice tuck there from Jake.
Yeah, tuck's so dangerous, especially around the next box.
Without that, he wouldn't have been able to burn on the right, and that really could have been a game over.
Yeah, if you get one of those wrong, you're going to top out real quick because you'll lose that. So.
Right.
And another Tetris to Jake to cut into this lead here.
Earmuffs.
That's right. Children, cover your ears.
All right, so Jake has a bad left side, but he gets the long bar and is able to take it down and deal with it.
Next up on stage, Mega Retro Man versus Bad
So
Boy.
a 50,000 point difference and the transition.
Let's go, Bad Boy.
So let's just set the table for this one. You have the man that eliminated the greatest Tetris player of all time, facing perhaps the brightest shining young star in this tournament. Yeah, that is
Nice tuck there from Josh.
Josh going center and gets the long bar.
Oh, but then of course he gets that T-piece.
Yeah, it's still low enough where he can handle this. And Jake little combo burn, but not able to get the Tetris before another piece comes.
Okay, and so Jake's stack is a little sloppy right now. Let's see how he deals with these pieces. Oh, and then of course the drought gets the long bar.
Yeah, they're pretty dicey for Jake here.
Oh, he wanted to tuck that T in and he just didn't line it up right.
Always so dangerous on 19 with these tucks.
Oh, little Z-burst right when he doesn't have a space for
there's
anything.
nothing you can do.
Jake
And
tops
Josh
out.
is already
Josh had a
ahead.
commanding lead. Takes game one.
a combined age less than Nintendo itself. or this game. That's great. Hey, Walter Day's in the house, folks. What's up, Walter? Walter Day.
All right, couple deep breaths.
What do you got for us, Walter?
Jake pops off one ear briefly to get instructions from the ref, get the next game going. Curious, I want to know what he's listening to.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
I feel like it's a bluff. I don't feel like they're listening to
But
anything.
he was messing with his 2, 1, Tetris! He very clearly set something up on his phone at the beginning of the first game, so I think he is listening to something.
So, you know, I would be like head bopping to the music, so I mean, that's not telltale signs here, so maybe it's just noise.
Alright, so Jake
What are we doing with these, Walter?
pressing down and just can't quite capitalize on that first long bar that comes through. So Josh with the quick lead.
Over on the side stage, Josh Cole took round one. That's the last game in round one. These matches up on the front are round two matches.
While you guys call this, I'm going to throw some of these out. Who wants a card?
Throwing cartridges into the crowd. Alright, boom. Tetris for Jake takes the lead.
Boom Tetris for Josh to retake the lead,
And
but
another-
Jake takes it back.
Back and forth, neck and neck game.
It makes you not even want to say who's in the lead if they're going to keep doing this.
I just cleaned this up. Oh, and a misflip from Josh.
So Jake clears open the right side and is now Tetris ready again. There is the long bar.
Nice elevated burn there. Keep it clean. I want some cards. Look at cards. All right. Jake with a little bit of a lead here. I think he was able to capitalize on that cleanup that Josh had to do with his T misdrop.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a miss. Well, there was a little Josh last second decision to keep his well open, but created a gap in his stack. He got the Tetris out of it, but that's leading to this kind of burn scenario he's
now
got
he's
now.
got to clean it up. Call that selling out the stack to get the Tetris. And it's a really risky move, especially early game when you just want to get some points on the board and play.
So Jake, to almost 100,000 point lead here.
Passes up on the Tetris, but he wants his board.
And Josh set up for a dirty down the middle and gets it. But still some cleanup to do. A little bridge burn there.
And Jake may not have realized that he was Tetris ready. He put that long bar into his stack where an L could have fixed that. So, doesn't matter. He has the lead still.
Really pressed down in your career, Jonas, but what do you make of the strategy of going speedy in this? In CTWC?
That's a great piece for Josh here to fill out his right side and burn a few lines.
Yeah, he's got these kind of alternating burn shells he's trying to dig out.
Opponent, the most recent one being me. Well, hear the score. Hear how.
All right, looks like Josh setting up for another dirty center well Tetris.
Very aggressive. We saw this last year. So fun to watch his games.
But, oh wow.
Oh my gosh. Able to keep it open long enough for the dirty Tetris down the middle.
And he's going for it again. Like he knows he's behind.
He knows the difference right now. He's trying to play aggressive. He's already up here. He's already Tetris ready. Might as well go for it.
He opens it up and wants a long bar. Right now
And
he gets it and boom,
another
Tetris for
one.
Josh. Wow.
And he's really carved into that lead.
But Jake with another Tetris, so 4 Tetris lead still for Jake. But Josh somehow still not falling too far behind despite all these, gaps. And
Well, he's just been playing on top of him.
yeah, well, burn it down. Well, nah.
It's
great.
Final Tetris at the bottom.
Jonas, talk to me a little bit about preparation, right? Like,
All right, so Jake's super clean here. Set up for another Tetris. So let's see what Josh does. I have no way of knowing what Josh is setting up for.
When a player is this aggressive, you can't know if they're going to burn it down or just go for it. And part of it has to do with the pieces
And it
they
looks
get.
like he's in go for it mode. And he's going for it.
He's
and
going
set,
for it.
Set up for another one.
He dug out some of the mess in his stack, so he's got himself into a little better position.
Yep.
It's a great way to prepare. I drank a lot when I was practicing.
But Jake, 122,000 point lead here, and another Tetris piling on that lead. And you wonder if Josh would be better served just to clear this down.
We are approaching the 100-point difference or 100-point mark, and it can be so fast to go from 100 points to the transition, especially if you're kind of trying to dig out your stack.
A little misdrop from Josh there.
Jake has opened up 175,000 point lead. He's 10 burned lines ahead of Josh, thanks to the press down. But dominant, and now 200,000 point difference.
Yeah, Jake's getting ready to transition in about 9 lines, but Josh has a ways to go, about 18 lines. But Josh finally has a clear looking stack, but interestingly, puts the long bar over on the 10th column there. I have no way of knowing it's
if that was-
intentional.
yeah.
Don't know. I mean, it's easier to get one to the ninth column than 0, so why not?
Why not? And Jake burns it down a little bit. He knew the transition was coming. He wanted a more manageable level. He has the lead. He doesn't have to do all-out aggression at this point. You want to stay in the game. You want to, not give up now. You want to keep playing. But you don't have to be as aggressive with such a dominant lead. It's up to your opponent to chase it down.
But on the other hand, Josh, maxed out in qualifiers, obviously can very skilled at 19. So maybe he doesn't want to give up too much aggression here, but with that kind of lead, that's a very hard chase down.
Jake with a couple untimely squares, but he's lining them all up.
Oh yeah, nowhere to go for that S piece.
Nice tuck from Jake. Of course, it messed up his next piece.
Whoa.
Able to get that long bar over.
Great survival strats from Jake, but you wonder how long he can hold out, and I think that's
so
going to
he
be
can't
fatal.
get him over. It's just still a huge score that Josh is going to have to chase down now. He needs 143,000 points. I can't even do the math to tell you how many Tetrises that is. If he is able to pull this out, he will advance.
Oh yeah, a couple of line dependencies here. 19 can be fatal, but turns it into a Tetris well and burns it down with a Tetris. Wow.
All right, so we see him building up. He knows he needs some Tetrises here. He's on level 22 and gets a nice Tetris there.
Yeah, so 3 Tetrises away is Josh.
Okay, he takes a triple.
Yeah, and he's got 4 levels to play with, so 40 lines, needs to squeeze out a couple of Tetrises and some change here.
Not the most helpful pieces for him. You see kind of these left and right side weaknesses.
Ooh.
So he's trying to...
Might have been a quick tap there.
He's cut it down. It's 47,000 points, level 25. You can see the burn counter. It's been a while since he got a Tetris.
And all Jake can do is watch.
Alright, so he's on level 26 now.
There's a triple. That's going to bring it within a Tetris. So a Tetris would just about do it.
So he builds it right there. Let's see if he gets the long bar in time. Can take a double.
Still Tetris ready. Oh, setting up for the Tetris here.
He's still set up. Still set up.
Set up for the Tetris. Not getting the long bar.
So it's burning. He's burning. He's waiting for that long bar.
9,000 points.
6,000 points. We see the drought counter.
And kill screen 12 lines away. Needs a couple of lines.
A couple more lines. He sets up another Tetris. He's asking for the long bar. He wants it now. He gets one line. He gets another line. And he takes it.
Takes it.
Despite the drought, Josh able to catch up
Yeah, you got it.
and advance into round 2.
Wow. Josh going the full Ben Mullen. I think he's happy.
You're spinning me round and dragging me down till you get your way. A color so bright, turning black and white. But that's the game we play. If we put the pieces back together, we can see sunshine in the weather. And I just can't wait for it all to fall into place. My missing piece, hold me close and never leave. Lost in your maze, picking up the pace with a build-up play. A smile on your face, fill the empty space. It all fades away. If we put the pieces back in order, I could feel this cold world getting warmer. And I just can't wait for it all to fall into place. You're my missing piece. Hold me close and never leave. You're my missing piece. Hold me close and never leave.